Hey guys, it's Amy. Um, I'm sitting in my backyard in Florida, or my front yard, or whichever. And it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. I'm getting some sun on my skin, and I wanted to make a video to talk about this class that I have coming up. It's called How to Become Orgasm, and I wanted to talk today about orgasm. So it's like, it's kind of like the thing we don't ever really talk about and nobody really talks about. We're not really supposed to mention it, but everybody kind of really would like to talk about it. So orgasm is like, it's really an energy. It's like an energy of excitement, an energy of joy, of being alive, of being turned on, of being like, just like that what you get when you go out in nature, when you go to the beach, when you're really just living the life that you want to live, right? And what I've found, just from being in this world really, is that like a lot of those kind of energies, like the energy of orgasm, is something that gets squashed down on us very quickly as we grow up in the world, like as we go to school, as we try to get on well in our exams, as we get into relationships, we kind of like squash all that stuff down, and it gets like, it's almost like all the judgments we have of ourselves, and like everything we think we have to do and have to be, and how we're supposed to look and how we're supposed to act, it all gets piled on top of of us, of who we really are. And a lot of it as well is like points of views from other people, and from maybe the family you grew up in, or from the culture you grew up in. Like I grew up in Ireland, and like orgasm was definitely not something that was talked about in Ireland, and still isn't, and not something, that we ever were encouraged in school or anything. It was more like, no, like dumb yourself down, turn yourself off, and make yourself small. And like, what if being orgasmic was actually just something totally different? What if it was more about being alive? And like, what are the points of views that you have around orgasm? And like, really about being orgasmic is really about being out of control. And in order to be out of control, you have to be willing to be you, be different, not fit into the box, not be the same as everyone else, and actually just be undefinable. So I have this workbook, okay? It's a workbook that was created by Gary Douglas. It's called the How to Become Money workbook. And I was at a class with Gary recently, and he talked about doing how to become orgasm. And I asked him, like, what's the correlation between how to become money and how to become orgasm? He said, money and orgasm are both ways of receiving in this reality. He was like, with money, you can receive money and still be in control. But with orgasm, you have to be out of control. So I asked him, because I've done this workbook like maybe probably about 30 times. I've gone through this workbook looking at it through the point of view of money. And it looks at all your points of views, like what's your point of view around money? How do you feel about money? When you taste money, what does it taste like? What does money mean to you? It brings up all your points of views around money, and you start to clear them. Well, his suggestion was for me to go through this workbook and start looking at it through orgasm. So what I'm planning on doing is going through this workbook and looking at all my judgments of orgasm, what orgasm means to me, what orgasm feels like, what it means to be orgasmic, and start to bring up all the limited points of views and judgments I have in my world that is stopping me from being as orgasmic as I could be, which then also stops my creation, which then also stops money coming into my life, which then also stops me from being me. So I am actually choosing to go through this in a 5-week course, where we get together once a week on Zoom and we go through this workbook. And there's a lot more in it besides the questions. And we actually start to unravel all the judgments we have of us in regards to orgasm, which then starts to allow us to receive more. So if that's something that may appeal to you, there's no prereqs for this course. Anyone can come online and do it. We're going to be meeting once a week, and I'll provide a link below. And you can get this workbook online on the Access Consciousness website and on their shop, and it's only like $30. And you can apply this to anything, and it truly is. This workbook has transformed my life, and now I'm ready to transform it even deeper, even more, and actually let go of control even more and receive even more. So if that's something you would like, and if you would like more joy and orgasm and fun in your life, check it out. Check the class out, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.